Learn Excel from MrExcel Podcast, episode 2185, a first look at insights for Excel. Hey, just a quick program note. February 14th through March 31st, I'm running 40 days of brand new Excel articles. All of those will be at MrExcel.com in the Excel tips folder. Most won't have a video. This is day number 6 out of 40 and the first video that we've come to. So check it out at the website. Excel 2019 is coming. I need to write a lot of books. I need to get back in the habit of writing. All right, so this is a first look at an awesome new feature that just lit up in my copy of Office 365. Now, I'm an Office Insider, so I have this before most people. Even if you're an Office Insiders, if you're not associated with the organization, you don't have it yet, but it's coming, and it'll definitely be there for Excel 2019, which comes out in the second half of this year. All right, so we have some data sets here. This is a data set that I did not create. I have no idea what's in this data set. I've never looked at this data set before. 4,500 rows. So I'm going to select the data and come here to Insights. And this is a preview of Insights. So, be careful when this actually comes out to general availability. It's going to look different, probably, than what we have now. But it's cool. All right. So Excel, using some sort of artificial intelligence, has looked at my data and found some interesting things. Like here's the spend by fiscal month, spend by category, spend decreases over time for marketing and category people. Payroll has a noticeably higher spend. Well, that's normal, right? So that's, probably not that exciting. That probably matches most things. And then you see that there's a total of 26 results here. All right, so you can scroll through these and see if anything looks interesting. You can provide feedback to them. Is this helpful? Yes, no. Like the payroll one, that's kind of obvious to me. So is this helpful? No. All right, and I suppose that will help them with their algorithms in the future. All right, now let's take a look at what happens here if we find something interesting. So I'll just come off to the right-hand side. These charts are really thumbnails, right? You can't see the months or anything like that. So let's say Insert Chart. All right, look at that. They actually created a little pivot chart for me and added it to the data set. Wow, that is pretty cool. Could I have created this chart? Absolutely, I could have created this chart. But if it's not my data and I don't know what to expect, this is a great feature. Now that was 4,500 rows. Here's 13 rows, 12 rows and a header, visitors and goal. Let's see what Insights comes up with for this data set. All right, so they show me goal and visitors by month. Visitors by month. These are some basic charts, but if you don't know where to start, this is beautiful. All right, now these two examples, these are Microsoft demo data sets, right? And of course, my first take is to take my data, the data that I use all the time in my live Power Excel seminars, and throw that at Insights. And a troubleshooting thing here, a thing that I didn't even notice until I asked the team at Microsoft. I was like, well, hey, why isn't it working with my data? And they wrote back and they said, hey, why is sector classified as a date? And why is customer classified as a date? I'm like, what? I didn't know. And I guess when I created this, I put the dates in first, then I inserted a column, and added sector and customer. And so they got classified as dates. I didn't realize they were dates. They've been misclassified for, 10 years, I'm guessing. When I created this. So I'm going to select that whole data set and change it back to general. All right. If you say it's a date and it has text, that's going to confuse Insights. All right. So here's the data, 563 rows, covers 2 years worth of dates. I know this data pretty well. It's fake data. And that'll be interesting to see if they can find any insights in fake data. So I'll choose Insights. All right, they show me profit by date, profit by sector, revenue by sector. Yep. Let's show all. Quantity by region and product. Here's a date that has the largest revenue for a particular sector. For retail, customer Walmart accounts for the majority of quantity. That's absolutely correct. I know that Walmart is the largest customer in this data. All right, so boy, that one's useful right there. Is that helpful? Yes, it is. Very nice. For product ABC and sector, manufacturing, custom, General Motors, and General Electric have noticeably more revenue. This is cool stuff. This is stuff because I use this data set every day in my live Excel seminars and hundreds of times in the podcast. I know these things to be true, right? I know this data, and this artificial intelligence is coming up with these trends. It's cool. I can't wait for the final version to come out. All right, now, normally this is the point where I tell you that what we're talking about is in this book, but it's not in this book because it just came out this week. But a lot of other great things in this book, Power Excel with Mr. Excel. Click that I in the top right-hand corner to take a look at more information. All right, so Insights, new artificial intelligence feature coming to Excel 2019 and to Office 365, slowly rolling out now in preview. Select your data, go to Insights, or the Insert tab and choose Insights. They analyze your data and attempt to find trends or interesting things in your data. And if you agree it's interesting, you can add a chart. It actually creates a little pivot table for you. Really, really cool. Be sure to pay attention to data types, even if you don't realize the data types are there. And of course, by the time this hits general release, I'm recording this February of 2018. By the time it gets to you, it might look different. Well, hey, I want to thank you for stopping by. We'll see you next time for another netcast from Mr. Excel.